Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you my top product picks for winter. And I only say winter for me because I'm in South Florida, so I'm not really dealing with any sort of overly harsh elements, but I do notice a little bit of a shift, like, you know, when the weather changes, our skin kind of changes. And for me, I really get obsessed with making sure I look glowy and I want the skin to look radiant and I like everything to look fresh, juicy, supple. And I like that year round. But what I find in the winter months is like, I'll maybe pile it on a little bit more because I know it's not going to melt off my face, or I know my skin can kind of take it. So that's sort of the direction that I go in, and you'll sort of notice that that radiance is really the theme of the products that I've picked here. So I'm going to jump right in. I do have a bit of everything. First of which is going to be from Fitglow. This was a really surprising love for me. This is their lip scrubbing mask, which at the time that I had first mentioned it to you in a What's New video was only sold as a duo, but now it is sold separately. This is $22. You just apply this onto clean lips, leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes, massage in a circular motion to sort of get those granules working, and then wipe clean. Use it a couple times a week. You will seriously notice a difference. And in the winter, this is specifically amazing because, you know, this lips look real dry and you're like, anything I put on, it's just clinging to it. It looks awful. This will sort of give you a fresh canvas to work off of. And not only that, it actually works. You need a very small amount. I really use this a ton of times, and that is how much we are working with. It's a really nice color as well, so when you put it on, it almost looks like you have some color on your lips. Obviously, it's a little too chunky. You can't go out and do stuff in this, but nice subtle smell to it as well. It's just a really, really beautiful item that I think is amazing for the fall and winter months. Follow that up with a Fitglow Lip Color Serum. Now that's a combo. A new item, and again, the radiance focused, right? This is the Agate Nature Acid Wash Lactic Acid Brightening Cleanser. Now, when I read that, I was like, that's all me. Cellular turnover in the skin, I get sort of congestion, it helps with any sort of dry patches, things like that. But those items can sometimes be overly stripping. Now that I've been using this for like 2 weeks now, I could say I love it. First of all, I really am noticing a difference. I'll really get quite a heavy congested amount of blackheads right here, even like around my lip, you know, areas under the mask most specifically, but those have always been areas of concern for me. And I really find that this has been helping that. Sometimes when I use coconut oil on my cheeks, I'll get a little bit of raised texture here too, and the skin texture is looking phenomenal. And this is really the only new item that I've added very religiously into the routine. I do use both morning and night, and what I was going to say is that this is formulated with aloe vera and a lavender water base, so it has a really nice hydrating base to it that prevents the usually stripping properties of lactic acids and things like that. It allows them to kind of have a happy little marriage where it does all the good stuff that you want without stripping the skin. So I've really been enjoying this. It's a gel texture. It doesn't get overly lathery. So I will go ahead and apply this to slightly damp skin, massage it in for a little while, wash it off, boom, boom, boom. And most importantly to me is I like to layer like my Auna, the facial, and then I'll go with like a resurfacing serum, and like I really kind of take the time to make sure that my skin is under control because that is my biggest skincare concern. And sometimes adding in an additional product can make your skin very sensitive, and this does not do that. So I love it. That is a new one from Agate Nature. Another one, I mean, Organic Bath Co. has truly stolen my heart, and this soap is no exception. This is their Java Jolt soap bar. It's, you know, you've seen more beautiful things in your life, but this is incredible. You could see that it is so insanely granule that you don't need an exfoliator, you don't need an additional soap. This will lather, this will scrub, this will do all of the things, and it smells like coffee. It is incredible. It's $8. You can't really beat it. I've had this for a while now. Bar soaps, I last forever. I am like such a bar soap convert 9 times out of 10, even though they do have a really nice liquid wash as well that I really enjoy, but you cannot beat the exfoliation on this. If you have very sensitive skin, this is something you'll want to avoid because it really is quite abrasive. Obviously, you can control how abrasive we are going, but I think more is more. So I really like to exfoliate the legs, shave them, and then put on some organic Bathco body cream, and you are ready to rock and roll. This stuff is great if you are looking for a rather intense body exfoliation. Now, speaking of the luminous look that I'm kind of chasing, Rituel de Fille has come out with one of these before, and this is their Alchemist highlighters. Now, these are basically a highlight for your highlight. So they are a highlight topper. So you really need to use these quite sparingly. The texture of them is rather off-putting when you first touch it. It's like kind of Vaseline-y. It looks like super slick, and it is, but if you use the tiniest amount exactly where you want it, it sits on the skin very, very nicely. If you have like a lot of pores, I maybe would avoid it in this area. My pores more sit right here, so I can get away with this. But if you do not, this is a high shine. Yes, it does have glitter in it, but you can see I put it right here. Right where it is looking the most intense on my face is where this guy is, and this is the new shade in Aurum, and it's stunning. It's a lot less silvery than the Alchemist highlight that they have launched before. This is like silver, gold, champagne sort of mix. I think this might be a little too stark on someone of a more deep complexion, but then I would maybe look into their metamorphic highlighters, which have very cool shifts to them and also can accommodate a more wide range of skin tones. But if you have a light medium complexion and you are looking for a highlight for your highlight, this is what's good. Just make sure you use a very little amount and only right at the highest point. Just kind of give it that bing, bing, like, I'm so into it, I can't get over it. It works somehow, even though it's glittery, and I think the less is more approach on that front is the way forward. Another cheek thing that I've been going back to, I've mentioned this before, I really like this year round, but in winter for me is like a more is more situation. So I feel a little bit more liberal putting on the foundation, a little bit more liberal on the eyes, you know, just like I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like my skin can take it. So I am back in love with the Fitglow Lumi Firm in Buff. And you guys know how I feel about these products. I've reviewed them extensively. I really like them. I know the packaging leaves a little bit to be desired. I do wish they were more in the form of something like these Rituel de Fille compacts, but you cannot deny that the product inside is gorgeous. And I do have this on my cheeks today. It is the perfect rosy brown nude. It's gorgeous. And again, this won't work on someone very, very deep complexion unless you wanted a very light blush, but something that can veer on the edge of ashy. So I would look more into the Weis cream blushes. They have a lot more rich colors, and of course our cream blush, so they do the same thing at the end of the day. But what's great about the Fitglow Lumi Firm products, this shade specifically, is that not this shade specifically, because they all do the same thing. I don't know why I'm saying that. Anyway, they have skin firming properties. So I love kind of applying it like this area right by the eyes, very sensitive. So I just like the added skincare benefits that you do get from the Fitglow. The color and formulation is beautiful, buildable, but blendable, and lasts on the skin in a very nice way as well. So typically in the winter, I would put this on and then layer it with something on top. And I did want to mention the 100% Pure Pretty Naked palette, because the blush in that palette is amazing. It's the Pretty Naked blush, but that's currently sold out on the website. So if you already own that pairing is amazing. But in the meantime, cream blush on the skin in the winter keeps it from looking overly like, you know, dry and dehydrated. Cream products are really the way forward for me in general, but specifically in the fall and winter months. A mascara that totally stole my heart. I've been using this a ton, and I have to say it's not my favorite mascara formulation, but it is good enough and a gorgeous color that I've been wearing it a ton. And this is from Perez. This is their almond mascara, I believe. No, their natural almond mascara. This is in the shade Mauve, which really is just a beautiful purple. It has a nice, naturally bristly wand, which is always my preference. Usually I like a combination of the two, but I know Well People used to have a purple mascara that we carried that I loved, and this one has been a really nice substitute because for whatever reason I'm really into like the pinks and the purples on the eyes right now. Today I have some pink Rituel de Fille shadow, the Perez Agate liner, which is also purple, plus this mascara. And from this distance, it probably doesn't read very purple, but in the light and when you see my eyes in person, you really do notice, but it's not bright, you know? It's not like a lot of color where you feel like a circus clown, even though I am okay with that. I know for most of us aren't really going for that look. So this mascara is a lot of fun. Purple's very wearable, complementary to both green and brown eyes as well. But this really does look good on everyone. And even if you just put that on instead of your regular mascara, it would add a little bit of interest to the look, but it also pairs so nicely with warm browns and pinks and things like that. Now I'm gonna finish off this video with a Fitglow lip color serum. I know, there's gotta be one in every video. They just always come out with new shades that steal my heart, and I've gotta mention them. And this most recent one is the shade Nice. Now this is beautiful. It's described as a very soft coral. I would say that's true. I think it's a little bit more orangey than pink. It is what I have on my lips here today with a lip liner that I'm testing that I'll discuss soon, but I don't need to talk about this formula. Let's just quickly talk about the color. It's to die for, especially with the purple that I've really been loving. I recently used this in a tutorial, the purple mascara in a tutorial. I will link that video down below if you kind of want to see a similar, it's very different, but kind of similar look at work as far as color combinations. But this color is beautiful. For me, it's sort of like a nude, but also gives my lips enough color, and it's not too warm where it kind of makes my teeth look yellow. It's just like that perfect, you're like, how did you even come up with this shade, Fitglow? It's amazing and definitely a new favorite in the arsenal. It's just so easy to wear. That's like a good throw in your purse shade. But that is it, everyone. Those are my product picks for winter. Of course, there are always more things, but I've been such a creature of habit. I didn't really have any new skincare outside of this face wash that I've really been loving. Just the usual Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator, my usual sort of creams and potions and oils that I've been loving from Fitglow, Agent Nature, the whole bit. If you would like to see my skincare routine, maybe that's something I can bring to you in the new year, because there's only gonna be one more video this month. Can you believe that? It's so wild. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to shop these products right here, right now, I do always include them in that description box down below, so feel free to check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I do upload a new video here every single week, and I don't want you guys to miss it. Also, down below, I include all of our social media. I do bonus content every single month over on our IGTV, so you could check us out there as well. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the continued love and support, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.